Hamilton. And we've got a handicap over 5 furlongs here. Stirrup Cup is 9-4, Harb is 9-2. 5-1 Ganesha, JM Jingari is 6-1. It's 7-1 Never Dull, Good Point 8-1, and 10-1 Sir Benedict. Jojo Rabbit, the outsider, at 16s. Number 4 has been withdrawn. And one has been dismounted down at the start by the looks of things. Just trying to pick up the numbers. Paul Mulrennan anyway, isn't it? Number 7. Paul Mulrennan's just jumped off 7. JM Jingari, Jim Goldie, the trainer of this horse. And I think all is well. He's got a big smile on his face, Paul. Anyway, he's had a winner already today. Let's go back to Amy and Gordon.
Yeah, the scene at the start. The horse, incidentally, down at the start, number 4, bolted and took off at a rate of knots down to the start. That's Delegate, this lord, who's been withdrawn, so he doesn't run. Dandy Dinmont is also out, the non-runner number 3, so it leaves us with 8. There you are. He bolted all the way down. He's fine, isn't he?
Yeah, he looks fine there, so we're glad everything's okay, but it's not a nice situation to be in, and obviously the vets will have checked him once he's down there, and if they've deemed him not fit to run, then that's the final decision.
JM Jingri, if you just go to the left, we'll see Paul Mulrennan leading round JM Jingri, that red hood on. He's one of 2 3-year-olds in the race. We'll see Stirrup Cup, the other one, shortly. But he's been with Jim Goldie since this year. Below par last time, but got a bit restless in the stalls and missed the start at Ayr.
Yeah, that's sometimes what he can do. Son of Dandyman, he's 2 wins from 18 starts overall. He won a soft ground Red Car Maiden back in May 2024 and back to winning ways on his 5th start this season and for this yard at Musselburgh back in July. He's £2 lower now, but he was well behind Ganesha and Harb when drawn on the wrong side at Ayr 11 days ago after being restless in the stalls. He was slow away and hampered as well. So I think that's one of those races he can put a line through, really, but he will need to settle better and jump better here today in what looks a competitive race.
Formerly trained by John and Sean Quinn, now with Jim Goldie. That's JM Jingri. The other 3-year-old, as I mentioned, Stirrup Cup. A very good success last time here at Hamilton Park. Got the £6 penalty today. That was a week ago today, and the improvement in form down to the ground, which is similar today.
And I think as well he dropped down to a very attractive mark. He opened the season off a mark of 73. He dropped £11 down to 62, which he won off. So, you know, he dropped quite a long way in the weights for only a few runs. But 2 from 14 overall, both wins on soft over 6 furlongs. He won by 3.5 lengths, didn't he, here last time? So he won with plenty in hand on that occasion. You can see why they're turning him out quickly again.
The top weight's number 1 Harb, with the Royal Racing Syndicate colours carried by David Nolan. Tristan Davidson's already had a win out of this horse on debut for the yard, and he was 4th in a race at Ayr involving 1 or 2 of today's rivals, formerly trained by Peter Crate. Yeah,
he's a 7-time winner. His Harb from 47 starts. He made his winning stable debut at Ayr over 5 furlongs on good ground back in August. That's off a mark of 64, and then he was 4th over the same course and distance 11 days ago off this £5 higher mark. He has a length to make up with Ganesha on that running, who was 3rd on that occasion. So that's just a bit of ground to make up with that rival, and he's actually only had 2 starts this yard and this year, so he's very lightly raced, and that was a race that JM Jingri was well in behind.
Yeah, let's go to number 9 Ganesha then. You mentioned that 3rd at Ayr last time in that race involving JM Jingri and Harb, and Ganesha's a course and distance winner here at Hamilton Park for Phil Macon.
Yep, 4 wins from 27 starts overall and 2 wins over course and distance. He's had 8 starts this year. He won at Newcastle on the all-weather back in March, which he's obviously been on the go quite a while, but his best run since was when 3rd at Ayr 11 days ago, again with some of today's rivals in behind on that occasion. So of the runners that are reopposing today, he had the bragging rights, didn't he, on that occasion? He was only beaten a length and a quarter, so it was a good run, and his best run since his win earlier in the year.
And speaking of course and distance winners, number 6 Never Dark has also got winning form here at Hamilton Park over the minimum trip.
Yeah, Never Dark certainly knows his way around here, doesn't he, at Hamilton? 9 wins overall from 75 starts. He's a horse that had wind surgery back in June. He was 3rd at Hamilton here over the 5 furlongs on soft ground 11 days ago, behind Impressa and Parisiac on that occasion. He's a pace angler in this race, and he's a horse that likes it here, doesn't he? His previous win, you have to go back to September here last year, off a mark of 78, so he's becoming very well handicapped now. He's dropped £12 below that previous winning mark.
Number 8 next, Good Point for Harrison Shaw and Brian Smart, a winner of a maiden at Wolverhampton 2 years ago, but 15 goes on turf and not a winner yet, although he's been placed a few times.
Yeah, absolutely. Her last seen 35 days ago when he finished 10th at Ripon, but the time before he was second, third the run before, so he'd been placed 2 of his last 3 starts.
And Good Point is a 9-1 chance from 8-1, 15-8, a very well back favourite this Stirrup Cup, bidding to follow up that success of just a week ago. 15-8 from 5-2, 5-1 Ganesha. It's 11-2 the Drifting Harb, 13-2 Never Dark, JM Jingri 13-2, Good Point 9, Sebeneket is on 12s and 20s Jojo Rabbit. We've only not mentioned the 2 outsiders. There'd be a bit of a shock, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Jojo Rabbit last seen 15 days ago, but last one at Beverley back in July. You can see just getting a little bit restless there in the stalls.
Right, bear in mind that the horse towards the front there in the foreground won't be running. That is the withdrawn delegate, this Lord, so that means that Never Dark's going to be the last one forward, Anthony.
Cheers, Gordy. Yeah, him and then JM Jingri was walked all the way to the start by Paul Mulrennan. He will eventually, hopefully, complete the line. He's a bit tricky, this horse. So in goes Never Dark, and that's going to leave JM Jingri, who's the last one, to the stall 10 on the right-hand side as we look down the track. Paul Mulrennan had to walk this horse to the start. He is going forward now to complete the line, JM Jingri. Never Dark is quite restless next door in 9. Set to go, and they're off for the annual members of Hamilton Park Racecourse Handicap Stakes. Gone without number 4, Delegate This Lord, who bolted to post and was withdrawn. Good start, JM Jingri, stands side. Also Good Point, the red colours. The blue of Never Dark is up there as well. Far side, Jojo Rabbit, the beige and brown, showing early speed, 2 in 4th. Behind those, the black and white of Ganesha. Ridden along is Harb in the dark blue and red. And then comes Stirrup Cup, the market leader, yellow and red towards the right. Towards the back of the field is Sir Benedict in red and grey as they hurtle down to the 2 furlong from home marker. JM Jingri sets a scorching pace here for Paul Mulrennan. He's out in front by a length to Never Dark. Stirrup Cup is moving well, just tracking the leader, stand side, yellow and red for David Allen, down to the final furlong. JM Jingri in front. Is he a sitting duck though for Stirrup Cup, who's full of run? Then comes Good Point in third. JM Jingri, now Stirrup Cup is asked for the effort. What's in the tank? JM Jingri is not for passing, however, and JM Jingri and Paul Mulrennan sticks the neck out, got close because Stirrup Cup died very late. It's tight. Stirrup Cup lunged late at JM Jingri. It goes to judge between those two. Maybe JM, but it's very close. Third, Ganesha, and fourth, Good Point.
Judge Di Clark has called a photo finish. It is really close. JM Jingri really stuck his neck out when Stirrup Cup was cantering all over him, and then Stirrup Cup came under pressure. And then the flash past the line. That does tend to favour JM Jingri, doesn't it? This side, we've got Stirrup Cup. Clearly back in third, we've got Ganesha with in 4th place, Good Point. Are you looking, as I am, towards JM Jingri?
On that still, yes, we'll find out now officially.
And JM Jingri's hung on from Stirrup Cup. It was an extraordinary race to watch because JM Jingri made the running. Good Point was up there. Never Dark helped force the pace as well. But Stirrup Cup under David Allen, trying to back up that success of last week, travelled so well. But that horse in short there, that's George Goldie with Paul Mulrennan, Jim's son. And there is the print. And it's probably it's a clear nose.
Maybe it's our eyesight, maybe.
You got a nose as big as mine, it's a clear nose anyway. But you thought this horse was just a